I'd like to thank everybody for coming. It's great to see you, and this means a lot to a lot of people here. To start off with, I'd just like to present Nancy Warney, who's the faculty dean of our faculty, and she'll have a few words to say on behalf of the college and about Henry as well.
Okay, when Martin asked me to speak tonight, I was thrilled to do it because I knew Henry for a long time, and I knew right away the three things I wanted to say about him. My only worry was, could I find the right words to do him justice? And then, serendipitously, this afternoon, I wandered into the A space, what the communication students call the A space. It's a room down there where the refreshments are. And I found bulletin boards with student testimonials put there. I think Alana Horner probably did that, didn't you, Alana? Yeah. And I read those student essays that they had written last year about Henry, and I found all the right words. So the three things I wanted to say, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm an administrator, a bureaucrat. We like things like mission statements and strategic plans. Okay? And as you may or may not know, the number one goal in Vanier's strategic plan is to foster throughout the college community a commitment to a student-centered college. Well, Henry was student-centered long before any of us ever thought of that term. And if you go and read all those testimonies, you'll find little references to that. But just the one I copied down was, Henry Lehmann was a very generous and nice teacher. He respected his students and took the time to try and understand our artworks that we created in his class. And that was Mara Alexandru. The fact that he was student-centered probably contributed, undoubtedly contributed, to the second point I wanted to make, which was that he was a very effective and inspiring teacher. And this time I'm going to quote Alexandra Petroutsas, who said, "I find that I have become a better drawer in his class. I can draw faces now, and they look almost close to real. All of his techniques and self-portraits that other artists have done really helped me. I am thinking of pursuing this as a career if I can be good enough. His class definitely made me realize how much I love to draw and how much I love being creative with different things." And the last thing I wanted to say about Henry was that he was an enriching and energizing influence in our lives. And the perfect quote is down there from Rita Kostulis, who said, "Every Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, Henry would walk in and just bring life to the room."
Thank you. What we did about 6 months ago was to, or even the previous semester, wanted to rename this space, which was just called the gallery space, or B303, and give Henry's name to it because his office was here. And so there was a lot of people involved in getting it renamed. There was a lot of people involved in putting up the exhibition, and I'd just like to thank a lot of different people to these next couple of minutes because, you know, I feel like I'm at the Oscars or the Grammys. All these thank yous. There'll be a couple people I won't thank, but I'd like to thank, first of all, the gallery committee, which is made up of faculty as well as students, and that's Keith Orcus, Henri Van, Justin Latinsky, who's at the moment in class, but she'll be out here a bit later, and of course our two student curators, Nadine El Karuri and Nikki Bizanet. You know, that they've been very helpful in getting this going and turning this into more of a professional sort of gallery. Also, I'd like to thank Cheryl Donaldson very much for who went beyond the call of duty, who spent the whole used her expertise to frame all the drawings and the paintings that you'll be seeing, and was here till midnight last Friday doing that, so we can actually kind of walk in here and really admire Henry's work. I'd like to also thank Alana Horner, for being the point person that was the liaison between us and the family, between Wendy and setting that up, who, as a good friend of Henry's, was very inspirational for us as well. And another faculty member I'd like to thank would be Christoph Helt for giving up his time to drive me and him around yesterday to pick up all our food, which you'll be enjoying very shortly. Then there's other people to thank. First of all, our whole department, because unanimously we decided to pass a resolution to name this space the Henry Lehmann Gallery. And after we did that, then we took it to all the different levels of the administration here. I'd also like to thank any members of the board of, not governors, but board of directors, who that basically rubber stamped, us allowing us to be able to call it the Henry Lehmann Gallery. Also, the communications office, Vanya's communications office, Beverly Chandler and Marguerite Corriveau were very, very helpful, full of advice, lots of encouragement that were able to have an evening like this. Then Nancy, of course, Nancy Warney, our faculty dean, who was very encouraging as well, and lots of help, and helped us, with donations of getting this evening together. And also thanks to the Vanya College Student Association, who really threw in some money, as well as manpower to get the food all organized, and are standing guard over it as we speak. And also the Teachers Association, the Vanya College Teachers Association, for their donations as well. Then I'd like to really extend a thank you to Wendy Thatcher, who's Henry's wife, and as well as custodian of his artwork, and without whose help we wouldn't be able to show you these works by Henry. She put a lot of time and effort going in through all his sketchbooks and looking through all his work at a very sort of difficult time. And but more importantly, I'd like to thank Henry, because Henry was the one that has brought us all together tonight. And as we know, for many of us, we're friends, colleagues, students. We know that he was a very unique person, a man full of stories, a man full of input, analysis. He had something to say about everything, and he's certainly dearly missed by many people. And he was certainly unique in that he opened the eyes to many people about the world of art, and at the same time he enriched us. But at the same time, he always had that common touch that we could all understand. We didn't feel dumb when we looked at art. He wasn't an elitist in any way at all. So in that sense, we all walked away being enriched by that. And now finally, what I'd like to do is ask his two children, not children, but son and daughter, Christopher and Larissa, to come over and officially cut the ribbon, the photo op, and that we can stand away and actually call it the Galerie Henry Lehmann Gallery. Now you can cut it. Yay! There we go.